We think we know our world. We've mapped every continent, sent rovers to Mars, charted the deepest trenches of the oceans. But what if I told you that the greatest mysteries aren't above us or across the seas? What if they're directly beneath your feet right now? Beneath the bustling streets of modern metropolises and the silent, eerie expanses of our national parks lies a labyrinth of secrets. Welcome back to Buried Truth Vault. Today, we're digging deeper than ever before into the echoes of the underground. Our journey begins in 1963 in the Cappadocia region of central Anatolia, Turkey. A man was renovating his home, knocking through a basement wall when the stones gave way to reveal a hidden room, and behind it another and another. He had stumbled upon Derinkuyu. This was no mere cellar, it was an entire city carved into soft volcanic tuff, rock so soft it can be cut with hand tools, yet hardens on exposure to air. Derinkuyu descends roughly 85 meters, around 280 feet, through 18 separate levels. It could shelter as many as 20,000 people, along with their livestock and food stores. Archaeologists consider it the largest excavated underground city in the world. And it thought of everything. More than 50 ventilation shafts pumped fresh air to the lowest chambers. There were wells for water that couldn't be poisoned from above, stables, wine and oil presses, communal kitchens, storage rooms, chapels, and even a cruciform church on a lower floor. Most chilling of all, massive circular stone doors, some weighing half a ton, that could be rolled across passages and locked from the inside. Here is the buried truth mainstream archaeology still wrestles with. Why? The conventional answer is invasion. Cappadocia sat on contested ground, first the Phrygians, later early Christians fleeing Roman and then Arab raids. People went underground to survive, but the questions linger. Why build for 20,000? Why dig 18 stories deep when hiding from raiders needs only a cellar? Some researchers point to something stranger, the idea of an ancient cataclysm, a climate shift, an event that made the surface itself hostile. If our ancestors could carve this with chisels and torchlight, what else might still be down there, undiscovered? Derinkuyu is connected by a tunnel miles long to another underground city, Kaymakli, and surveys suggest dozens more sites in the region remain unexplored. Now let's bring this closer to home for our American viewers. If you've followed our national parks investigations, you know the wilderness holds far more than trees and trails. Enter Mount Shasta, California, a 14,000-foot volcanic peak in the Cascade Range. To the hiker, it's a stunning summit. To generations of mystics and seekers, it's a gateway. The legend centers on Talos, a supposed hidden city of light beneath the mountain, said to be inhabited by survivors of Lemuria, a mythical lost continent. The story isn't ancient, though that's important to be honest about. It traces largely to a 1931 book by a writer using the pen name Wishar Serve, published by the Rosicrucian Order, which spun earlier 19th century occult ideas into the tale we know today. Believers describe robed beings glimpsed near the tree line, strange white lights, and an unusual sense of energy that draws pilgrims from around the globe. Skeptics call it pure folklore, and the historical record genuinely supports the skeptics here. But the fascination is real. Why does this one isolated peak generate so many reports? Why do hikers describe acoustic anomalies, humming, low tones with no clear source? Mountains play tricks, wind through lava tubes, temperature inversions, the mind seeking patterns in silence. Yet the stories refuse to die. If ancient cities and mountain myths feel too distant, let's look at something built in plain sight, in living memory. Denver International Airport. When DIA opened in 1995, it was famously over budget by billions and 16 months behind schedule. A huge driver of that delay was a notoriously ambitious automated baggage system, an underground network of tracks and carts that malfunctioned so badly it mangled luggage and was eventually scrapped. Officially, that's the explanation for the tunnels beneath the terminals. But the airport has become a magnet for theories no other. The Blue Mustang sculpture with glowing red eyes, nicknamed Blucifer, that actually killed its own sculptor when a piece fell on him. Cryptic murals, a dedication capstone mentioning a New World Airport Commission, talk of vast multi-level bunkers, tunnels stretching for miles, even lizard people. Rumors persist of EMP-shielded chambers and a continuity of government refuge for the elite. In fairness, the airport itself now leans into this. It ran an entire Conspiracy Theories Uncovered art exhibition, poking fun at the legends. And reporting confirms portions of those underground service tunnels do exist and are being opened up, though as utility and baggage infrastructure, not secret cities. Still, at Buried Truth Vault, we look for patterns, and the pattern is this. Whenever the surface feels unstable, the powerful look downward. Real continuity of government facilities do exist, places like the Greenbrier bunker beneath a resort, hidden for decades, so the instinct isn't fantasy. The question is where the documented ends and the imagined begins. This is where it gets chilling. Overlay the maps of America's largest cave systems, the limestone honeycombs beneath Kentucky's Mammoth Cave, the deserts of the Southwest, with centers of unexplained disappearances in our national parks. Some claim a correlation. Many of these vanishings occur in rugged karst terrain, ground riddled with sinkholes, fissures, and caverns. Science offers sober explanations: falls, exposure, the simple, brutal ease of becoming lost where the earth literally swallows light. But search and rescue teams have, on occasion, reported the inexplicable: sounds with no source, the disorienting acoustics of deep stone. Are these natural caves or something repurposed, a modern-day Derinkuyu operating under the radar? Here's where honesty matters most. The disappearance clusters popularized online don't hold up well under scrutiny. The National Park Service points out that visitor numbers, terrain, and reporting bias explain far more than any hidden infrastructure. The echoes are real. The conclusions are where we should tread carefully. So why does it feel like science looks away? Perhaps because the underground is the last frontier we can't see. We've photographed the far side of the moon, but we've explored only a fraction of Earth's cave systems. That darkness is a canvas, and the human mind fills it. From the proven depths of Derinkuyu, a genuine, breathtaking achievement of ancient engineering, to the myths of Mount Shasta and the half-truths beneath Denver, one thing is undeniable. We are walking on a crust we barely understand. So what do you think? Is Derinkuyu a glimpse of forgotten survival or a warning? Is Mount Shasta folklore or something more? And is Denver Airport just bad planning and a creepy horse, or a window into how power moves underground? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one to help plan our next deep dive. If this investigation gripped you, hit that like button and subscribe to Buried Truth Vault. We're on a mission to uncover the stories that were meant to stay forgotten. Until next time, keep looking deeper, because the truth is never truly buried. It's just waiting to be found.